Welcome to
House of Whimsical Terror.
I'm Esther.
I'm Marion.
And we're coming to you today from Tucson, Arizona.
And we're telling real stories of the fantastic.
All of our stories are true or told to us as true.
Occasionally we alter names to protect privacy.
And we do the same with some of the places. And today we have one of the people I love best in the world back with us.
Yes.
And we are going to talk about something called the law of cat distribution system.
The law of cat
something like that.
Distribution system?
Something that Gen Z, I guess, has discovered. And I've got this. This is from USA Today. And it says it is a phenomenon of when the universe presents you with a stray cat, many people opt to take the furry creature in, foster or permanently adopt it, and the rest is happily ever after. Lore surrounding the system is what turns many a pet-free household into a warm, safe, loving, forever home for stray cats or orphaned kittens across the country. And I guess it's cats. Okay, so that's the end of me kind of quoting USA Today, but it is the idea that cats come to you, that find the people rather than the people finding the cat.
Yes, they find you when you need them.
Yes, and a particular cat. So in my story, those of you who know me know I am a dog person.
Yeah,
I've only had dogs, never had a cat.
But you have an uncanny cat tail.
I have an uncanny cat tail.
You do.
And so Brian is back on the show to help me tell this uncanny cat tale because it has to do with him. So he lived in California. I live in Tucson, as you all know. And my roommate, who I've lived with for a long time, had been asking for a cat forever. And I'm like, no, I'm not a cat. We have dogs. I'm not a cat person, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I have nothing against cats. I'm just never had one and only wanted dogs. So anyway, all of a sudden, I think it happened in like December or January. I say, I'm going to get you a cat for your birthday, like out of the blue. I don't even know why I say this, but I say it. It just suddenly decide she's getting a cat for her birthday.
I found it remarkably peculiar because I've known you so long and cat wasn't really something that I ever expected you to be like associated with.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have a niece who has a beloved cat that she adores. So I employed her help for free because I didn't pay her anything. I think I bought her coffee once, but anyway, she had all these ideas where we could go look for cats. So we're searching and searching and searching for a cat. We go to a place called the Cat Cafe, and I only fell in love with one cat because I don't really fall in love much, or at the time I didn't, with cats. And she was a little Russian blue at this Cat Cafe Center. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I'm going to have Brian jump in and talk about what was happening simultaneously at his home in California.
So I have a backyard where I get a lot of everything from coyotes to raccoons to possums to a bunch of cats that kind of wander through my backyard. And there was a small cat, little black, dark gray, almost black, skinny cat that was coming to the house and looking at me through the back door, the back sliding glass door. So I walked out and I said hello to this cat. And eventually, after a while, I would feed it because it was pretty skinny. And then it let me pet it, and eventually I picked it up and held it, and it really kind of fell in love with me.
And you had 3 dogs at this time.
Right, 3 dogs, but they most of the time they lived over at my girlfriend's house. So I picked the cat up and I was petting it in the backyard on the porch, and I put it down and it took off and would come back each day, and then I started to feed it each day. Eventually, it wandered into the house and stayed with me and became my cat.
Oh, my God.
Well, here's the interesting thing.
And you'd always want a cat named Brenda.
Well, here's the interesting thing about the naming of the cat. I listened to an audiobook about 2 years ago, about a year before, I met this cat. And I thought it was funny because this guy had lost his memory, and then he started to gain his memory back, and then he told this woman he was with that was helping him that, okay, I just found out, I just remembered that I lived in an apartment by myself and I had a cat named Brenda. I just, for some reason, thought that was hilarious. So I thought that, if I ever have a cat, I'm naming that cat Brenda. So I thought that this cat was a female because there was nothing to indicate it to be a male. No testicles or whatever, anything. So I took it finally to the vet. I got it to where I could put it into a little carrier and take it to the vet. So the vet is looking at the cat and says, "Oh, this looks like a spay mark." So I was like, "Great, the cat's been spayed. I don't have to pay for that." And she says, "Oh, wait a minute. I think this might be a male." And I realized that the male genitalia on a cat is inverted. You can't see it.
Right.
So I find out that I didn't have a Brenda, I had a Brando. So I had to rename the cat to Brando because it was a male. But again, it was a great little cat, Russian blue. So that's kind of cool because my last name is Blue. And that's the story of Brando.
Yes. So then you end up getting a job in Europe. And this is right about, you find out about the job right about the time it's my roommate's birthday. And so you end up having to take 3 dogs all the way to Germany. And you realize that this little slightly feral cat is not going to make it all the way to Germany on a plane, it's not going to happen. And so I tell you, I've been looking for a cat. My niece and I have been looking for a cat to give to my roommate. And so this cat that I suddenly decided we were going to have a cat in the house ended up being Brando. And so now Brando lives at my first cat.
It is. And it's a Russian blue.
And it's a Russian blue, which is the one I fell in love with at the cat cafe with my niece. So the law of cat distribution actually came into play with this little cat. I guess I somehow sensed, or the cat telepathed to me that it was going to come live with me, but it ended up being yours. He ended up being yours first. So
wow. And this was like a stray or a feral cat.
So because it had been neutered, somebody had the cat before, or there was a program. There is a program, I believe, in California, Southern California, where they go out and they spay and they neuter these cats and just let them go.
The catch and release program.
Wow.
So I don't know the history.
He picked you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, my niece and I saw a lot of cats, super cute, super everything, and I kept saying, no, that's not quite the right cat. Oh, no, that's not. Or even the little Russian blue that I was ready to take her home that day. And when I went to ask about the cat, I had finally made the decision. This is the cat. And I went to ask about the cat and they said, oh no, that cat comes only as a pair with her brother who's a Siamese. And I thought, I can't do 2 cats. So I was really dejected because I'd finally found the cat. So something kept prohibiting me over those, I think it was 3 months we were looking for a cat because that wasn't the cat that was going to be distributed to my household. It was Brando.
Right. Because Brando is a cosmic cat.
He is.
He is.
He's adorable.
And he's just beautiful.
He's gorgeous. And he's a Russian blue, so I don't think we said that already.
That's an extraordinary story of, I guess, synchronicity or serendipity or the law of cat distribution.
Yes, or the cat distribution system.
Yeah.
Which is what my niece just told me about. Didn't know about it.
And just so people know, I'm not in the market for a cat. So I don't think.
But if that cat is out there ready to distribute to you, you're not going to have a choice.
That's so true.
No, I didn't have a choice. I was like, oh,
and I'm an animal person, so I'm used to get, oh, look, I thought of this cat.
But suddenly, in this point in my life, I've lived my entire life with no cat, I have to get a cat.
Yeah, that was extraordinary, Brian. Thank you so much for sharing that story.
Yeah, it's a fun story.
It is.
It's embarrassing too, so I think I had a male cat.
You got Brenda.
Female cat.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us. Please come back and listen to more stories and share them with your friends. But for now, so long, good friends. Until next time when we meet back at the house.